In tonight's segment 2, you've got to watch this. You're going to see meteorologist Dan Threlkeld and me in a whole new light. Last weekend, we took on an incredible physical challenge. We traveled to Tempe, Arizona to attempt to complete an Ironman triathlon. Tonight, our cameras take you along as we put our bodies to the test of a lifetime.
Looking strong. Woo!
An Ironman triathlon is one of the most grueling events in sports, but it's also incredibly inspiring. The distance is mind-boggling. A 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike ride, and then a full marathon, 26.2 miles, all in one day, and you have 17 hours to complete it. Race day morning begins early. At 5 a.m., Dan Threlkeld and I are headed to the race site.
We're just saying we're a little nervous about the swim this morning. We're a lot nervous about the swim this morning.
Every athlete gets their number marked on their body. I'm 358. Dan was number 2137.
Is that the largest bicep you've seen today?
It's huge.
It's huge, thank
you.
Just after sunrise, it's time to get going. At 7 a.m., almost 2,000 participants take to the water. They're athletes from all 50 states and 34 countries taking part in the race. With that many people swimming in open water, it amounts to survival of the fittest. You battle not only the exhausting distance, but also crashes with other swimmers. At almost the halfway point, photographer Dennis Meister finds Dan in the mass of swimmers. Dan's cruising now. Eventually, ice surface from the water.
That's miracle number 1 today. Run 1, run 2. Load me up.
After a quick change of clothes, race volunteers cover you in sunscreen. It's all preparation for leg 2, the bike ride.
That's where the fun begins. 112 miles. Farthest I've ever ridden, 60. We'll see how I do.
Dan is now out of the water as well, as relieved that we both survived the swim.
It's going great. Swim went fantastic. Couldn't have asked for a better swim.
To put the bike ride in perspective, it's like riding from Tulsa to the state capitol in Oklahoma City after swimming more than an hour and a half. To see the pros in action, it's a thing of beauty. They make it look easy, but trust us, there's nothing easy about it.
Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle.
About halfway through the bike ride, our cameras catch up with Dan.
I want to be that guy.
But cycling is one of Dan's strengths, and he's well on his way to finishing leg 2. I, on the other hand, starting to lag behind. The scorching Arizona desert heat is taking a toll. My pace is slowing. At an aid station, I replenish my water supply and cool off with a quick shower. Anything to cool off. Fighting off thoughts of calling it quits, I press on, telling myself not to give up. By this point, some of the pros are already finishing the entire race. These athletes are incredible. Dan, meantime, is wrapping up the bike portion of the race. He's doing great on his time, and he's now preparing for his strength, running.
Run 5, run 5. I feel pretty good. I don't feel like dancing right now, but I feel decent, considering. Thank you.
Dan is now just 26.2 miles from the finish. He can almost taste victory as he starts the marathon. A couple of hours later, road weary, I too finish the bike leg. I'm as surprised as anyone that I've made it this far.
That's miracle number 2. See if there's one more. Down to the right.
And that is the big question. After a quick change of clothes, I seem to grab a second wind, but I still have a long way to go. A couple of miles later, I'm already fighting the clock, trying to will my tired, blistered, sunburned body to press on.
But I'm exhausted. I guess that's what it's all about.
As night falls, the finish line becomes a busy place. And 14 hours into the race, as predicted, Dan charges the finish line. Sweet success. He is an Ironman.
I feel good. I told my wife, she'll let me train for this for 1 year. I won't do any more. So Joanne, this is for you. Thank you, honey, for letting me train. I love you. This is it.
A couple more hours later, and I'm still on the course. I've hit a wall, reduced to walking a lonely path, but I'm not giving up. Racing a clock that keeps ticking, midnight is the deadline. The crowd and the finish line waits. Finally, at 11:49 p.m., the big screen Diamond Vision near the finish line picks up the image of athlete 358. That's me. The music and the roar of the crowd give me a final burst of energy. High-fiving all the way. I've made it. All that's left now is to step across the line and earn the title Ironman.
Words can't describe it. And I think a year ago, you know, I couldn't run, couldn't swim across the pool, and didn't have a bicycle. Come a long way.
In fact, we both have. Stepping out of our comfort zones, trying something new, saying failure's not an option, we both reached our goal and the finish line.
Surprise, surprise, we made it. Well, our congratulations also to Broken Arrow's Brett Gunther, Owasso's Darren Maddox, and Bixby's Doug Waldman. They also completed Ironman Arizona. And congratulations to everyone who took part in that thing.
Congratulations to you. You worked very hard. Again, I had some cycling and running background, but you had to go out and buy a bike and all that.
That's it, you know, and you see the race, and the race was fun, but there was a lot of hard work that went into that. You just can't go out there and do something like that.
I would thank the folks at Booker T. Washington have been swimming with our swim team at 6:30 a.m. for the last year. So thanks, Coach Phil. Also, we went up to Bartlesville with Bob Stab, our swim coach up there, and Mark Taruki with Lee's Bicycle helped us on long training rides.
A lot of people helped us along the way.
We know Coyote Trail, don't we?
Yes, we do.
The hills. We've been doing a lot of riding. So anyway, you did a great job.
I'm going to rest in this weekend. How about you?
My wetsuit's on eBay right now. My bike will be on there very soon. So I'm it. That's it for me. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. What's going on? Feel free to bid on it.